I don't want to keep doing this. This sucks. Alright, take 3. This is my 3rd time trying to record this and put into words what I'm trying to say. And I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So it's been a few weeks. It's been 24 days since I have posted an updated video on my monetization journey, and it has been 34 days since I posted on my main channel. And in that time, I took an unintentional break. And what I mean by unintentional is I just could not seem to get my videos edited and posted in a timely manner. I had so much content filmed that I was trying to edit, and it was like my 9 to 5 was sucking the literal life out of me. And I started feeling really down on myself. The more time that passed, I was like, what's the point? Like, you are not getting the videos up, your views are going down. Like, I literally was, what's the point? And in my mind, I quit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. In my mind, I quit. And I was starting to feel anxious though. The more I didn't work on it, the more I was like, I need to be working on my channel. And so then there was that stress in my mind, like, you should really be working on your channel, paired with I just need a mental break. So to give you a little backstory, January had a rough start, and I really tried to stay consistent in all areas of my life, in ministry at church, on my YouTube, as a mom, showing up at work. And then we had this month of sickness, hardcore sickness going on within our school. And so, I'm at a school with germs. My son is at a school with germs, and I'm doing my best to keep us healthy. And so there was, for example, a week where we were down on average 15 teachers and aides included in that at a time. So the ones of us that were actually there and healthy were stretched thin. I had lunch with students in my room because if I didn't just eat with them, I was not going to eat that day. I had to use my conferences to cover other classes. I had to stay on top of my duties for running my department, on top of my teacher duties, on top of the meetings and things that we had to do, meetings with parents and things. And on top of that, take on other people's work. And so then I think my body finally shut down and was like, girl, we're tired. Mind you, I knew I could not keep up with my side hustle with the weight of work, because I literally would come home drained. I literally felt like a walking zombie most days, and I still had to come home and be mom. And so mentally, I felt beaten down. Physically, I felt beaten down. And then I finally just got sick, and I was down and out for 4 days, and 2 of those days were over the weekend. But my son was also sick at the same time, and so I couldn't really fully rest. And so when he got well, I sent him to school, and then I stayed home. Lo and behold, he got sick again. And so it was just life was boom, 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 boom. And the last thing on my mind was YouTube, but it was also the main thing on my mind. I would log in and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on this video. And then I'm but my body and my mind is so tired. I would turn on the camera and I couldn't even get my words together. And I was like, dang, this sucks, because I'm the face of my channel. If I don't show up, nothing gets posted. But I also want to be consistent on this platform. And it was just and so in my mind, I was like, you might as well quit. You have missed so many uploads. You might as well quit. I was working on a video and I was like, dude, you filmed this at the end of January. It's not even worth editing and putting up anymore. That was what I was thinking to myself. And my main channel, I was like, forget it. I have missed so many uploads over there that it's not even funny. And I just didn't know how to come back. And I was so just drained from life. And so then we got well. I go back to work. People's kids are having issues again. And it was back to, okay, you're healthy. Take on this load again. And I was like, this cannot be my life. This this here is not what I want out of life. And so it kind of catapulted me back to where we are today, because I was like, I don't want to keep doing this. I do not want to keep killing myself for a 9 to 5 that could care less if I'm there or not. Like, if I passed away tomorrow, I say this all the time, they're going to fill my position. Somebody's going to take over my workload. They're not going to care. I want to really build something that I can be proud of, that I can make money from. And so I was like, no, you've got to get back on it. That's what was like the driving point to getting back here. And so during this time, like, I feel like I learned so many things. I would keep track of like how I was feeling, things I was going through with having this side hustle on my mind. And one of the main things was, I don't want to be trapped in my 9 to 5 for the next 30 years. I cannot envision this being my life. So I need to buckle down on my side hustles. Like, I need to put as much effort in this as I'm doing, with knowing that my 9 to 5 comes first. That was like the hardest part. My 9 to 5 has to come first because it's what's paying my bills, right? So that was really tough for me this month of February. Like, I genuinely was like, this sucks. Like, this truly sucks, because I have no energy for myself. And yeah, it's been a rough month. So since I have had a hard time really just honing in on me, I haven't worked towards any of my goals, even in my personal life. I have just been surviving the first few months of 2025. Some things that I have been doing to keep me going in this rough patch, which I think is really important, is I have been listening to a lot of inspirational, businessy type of audiobooks. And I say businessy type because Atomic Habits, I feel like, is good for anything, for anyone. And I've been listening to that one. And I've also been listening to the 4-Hour Work Week. And so it kind of keeps me going and keeps that fire burning. Like, you don't completely just quit. Like how I said, I quit in my mind, but I didn't actually quit, because I was still doing things to keep me going, like to keep YouTube fresh on my mind, to keep my goals fresh on my mind, even though I wasn't actively working towards them, like actively posting videos and doing things like that. I was still doing things that I would consider like behind the scenes things to keep me going, to keep up my momentum, because I could feel it. I could feel me coming to the point where I was just going to give up. Another thing I've been doing is I have been watching YouTubers who like spark something in me, who make me want to get up and film a video and be productive. And this is on the personal side and on the business side. So in my personal life, the goals and things I have, I've been watching YouTubers who really just make me feel like getting up and moving my body and taking care of myself. And on the business side, I've been watching YouTubers, like I'm always watching Sean Cannell, but even other smaller YouTubers who are where I am, who are just really going hard after their goals. I watch them so I can keep my spark alive as well. So that is some of the things I've been doing. And some of the things I feel like I've learned, I have my notes in my phone, I've just been jotting things down, and this was really hard. And this is when I feel like I struggled the most. I put things I've learned about myself or about life in general is a break or a change in my schedule throws me off and I lose momentum. That is truly what happens. Like February was so unorganized. Just everything was thrown at me at once. And I also didn't have as much help as I normally have. And so that really threw me off. And I had a hard time adjusting and shifting. And so I literally just was like, let it go. I can't do it. Something else I really realized is failing and low views really don't bother me. I was looking at the views and I was like, dang, kind of low this week. And it really didn't bother me per se. It bothered me that I wasn't posting. That's what bothered me. Like I wasn't engaging, like I wasn't actively trying to grow. the low views are coming with the territory, right? Like that's not what was knocking me off my game. It was the fact that I was not able to post. Something else I learned, and this was something I wrote down, but it honestly goes with personal because I'm doing a video kind of like this one, but for my main channel. And it's, I have to go hard in the highs and give myself grace in the lows. And what I mean by that is there were times where I had so much energy, where I was well rested, maybe I had a good night's sleep. And in that time, I need to really just push to record the videos, push to edit the videos, push to get ahead. Because in my lows, I had a lot of lows this month, like the times where I'm completely drained, where my mind is just, I cannot get it together. I needed to give myself grace. And for a while in January, when I had those lows, I just pushed and pushed and pushed. And I think that's also why in February, I found myself just like, I give up. So I need to work really hard during my highs and give myself grace during my lows. Something else I wrote is I will go above and beyond for others and not myself. I noticed this when people were out and I was taking on the extra load, and I was like, I do all of this for other people, and at times I feel like I'm not willing to do it for myself. Like I could have stayed home yesterday and worked on my channel. And then parts of me feel like that would have been selfish because I knew my students had a track meet and they were running. And I promised them that I would come support them at their events. And so instead of staying home and doing what I really wanted to do, I went and I supported them for hours at this track meet. Then I came home and I made my son's transportation vehicle for the transportation parade that took hours of cutting out cardboard and piecing things together. And then it got to the end of the day and I was like, oh, I need to cook dinner because my son's going to be hungry and my mom might be hungry and I need to, do all. And I got to the end of the day and I was like, what did you do for you? And so I really need to pour into myself like I pour into others. And that's something I have been struggling to learn for a very long time. And I think it's just becoming more evident the more I'm trying to build this side hustle, the more I want to do this thing for me. And I'm just not finding the time, or I'm completely drained by the time I get to this. So scheduling time to take the thing I want seriously. Realizing the strength in my journey. This is for my main channel because I think my lack of posting there had to do with I was really struggling in January, February. Like I said, mentally, physically, and I wanted to present my best self. And so I was really just afraid to post the journey. But that was what my goal was to post the journey. And then all of a sudden I became afraid to post the journey. And so I was watching a video and I saw this girl post under this creator and said that she really wants to be consistent, but all of these things feel like they're holding her back. And I commented and I said, have you ever thought about vlogging all those things? Because you and I have a similar story. And so I understand where you're coming from. I understand how hard it is to manage, a 9-to-5 and being a single solo parent and, really just wanting better for you and your child. And like, I understand this. Every creator doesn't have this experience. And so, yeah, they're posting and telling us like, keep pushing, but we all don't have the same background. And she goes, I never thought about posting the journey. And when she said that, it hit me and I was like, that's what I said I was going to do, yet I'm afraid to do it. So trusting that there's strength in my journey and that will help someone. I don't know why. I know this, but it's like I have to keep reminding myself. And then the last thing I have learned is to not be afraid of my own success. And I say this because I was thinking to myself, what are my goals, right? I want to build this side hustle. I want to make money from this. I want to do all of these things. And then at the same time, I'm like, but I'm too afraid to do X, Y, and Z. Like somebody was talking about how much they wanted to grow. And I was like, whoa, that's a little bit scary. And I think I self-sabotage because I'm afraid of actually succeeding at this because this is so unknown. This is so unfamiliar. Like I said, I've been teaching for 7 years. I've been with the same school district for 9. this is what I know, and to step out of that comfort zone and really go after this, like, what if I succeed? Like, you know what I mean? And so I feel like I've kind of been self-sabotaging by overthinking and not posting and pouring more time into this instead of what I really want to do. And so I really have got to figure out a way to stop self-sabotaging, trust the process, and embrace this new thing. So yeah, that is what I've learned. And that's like a long summary of what I've learned. Past 38 weeks, but really that was the last 3 to 4 weeks of my life. The things that I just really was taking stock of and really just focusing in on and paying attention to. Let's hop into some analytics because we're at the end of the month, and like I said, it's been a little something. So I want to do a quick overview of the weeks that I missed and do it for each channel, which would be weeks 35 through 38. So my main channel, my Natural Niche TV channel, as you can see, the views stay kind of consistent. There's a lot of videos on this channel, both regular long form and short form content. And so my views stay kind of consistent. And it's so funny because it's old videos that are getting these views. I'm getting comments about doing like hair content. So I actually filmed a video, a requested video, and I haven't even edited yet, of a product that I was raving about that they wanted me to show them a tutorial of, and I did it, and I have yet to edit it. And so I'm trying to get back into my hair content. Hair content is so tiring though. But as you can see, views coming in is pretty much the same. Watch time hours coming in is pretty much the same. Average view duration, click-through rate, subscribers has not been a lot, but they've still been coming in. I don't think I've had a big influx of subscribers on this channel in like ever. Like the biggest is like this 14 or 21, like that's the most at a time. And as you can see, I have not posted any videos, which I've already stated. And then for this channel that we're currently on, week 34, I had 1K, and then I posted one video after that, and like that's when my views has started kind of going down. And it's also when, I will say this, I had talked about in that video or another one about hitting the not published to your subscribers. And ever since I did that on the last 2 videos I posted, my views plummeted. And then a couple of people were like, they don't see my content posted when I did that. And so I've stopped doing that. But still, I've just kind of been in the low views range because, as you can see, I posted like one video during week 35, one video during week 37. That one video during week 37 was actually the one that accidentally got uploaded because I forgot it was scheduled out and I really wasn't ready for it to go live. And I was like, whatever, it's live, we're done. So yeah, as you can see, like the views are pretty low, 29, 52, 34. Watch time also very low. Average view duration fluctuated. Click-through rate, definitely low. Subscribers, non-existent. Impressions, also very low. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. And then just to give you an overview of where I was for February. So I believe January and February were not very good months for my Nichole Yvonne channel. Like, this is January. I had arrows going down for that month, and then February is the exact same. Arrows going down, views kind of non-existent, subscribers non-existent. And honestly, it's just probably mostly because I'm not posting very many search-based videos. I've tried with the series that I was doing. I just think the titling and the thumbnails were not the best, and those are the areas I struggle in the most. So yeah. So that was my Nichole Yvonne channel, and then let's do Natural Niche TV. So I want to do a comparison like I did on my other channel. For the month of January, again, I posted one video for the month of January, and my arrows were down. And actually 191 watch time hours is pretty good for me because, like I said many of times, I post vlogs a lot. And so for me, that's pretty good. My arrows for, it's so crazy. My arrows for February are going up, and I've posted no content in February, you guys. Not one thing, not a live, not a short. And the saddest part is I had so much content filmed that I just decided to put it all in one video and do a recap of January and February and then post the tutorial because just so much time has passed. But as you can see, no content has been posted, but my arrows are going up in all areas. How I'm not quite certain, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to complain. I will take what I can get. And it's so funny because like I said, my top videos are things that were just old content that is like resurfacing again, I guess. Like this is an old short that is resurfacing, that is steadily getting views. This is back in October of 24, a vitamin video, potty training video, another vitamin video, a foster care video, which I also recorded an update to foster care for this channel. When I tell y'all I was in my batch content creating bag, editing and actually doing the back end work was so hard for me. But I picked up the camera. I made an effort. So anyways, let's come to the top videos from that time. So the last thing I want to show you is where I'm at for eligibility for monetization for both channels. So since we're still in the natural niche one, I'll show you that one. So we are at 1,184 subscribers and 1,595 watch time hours. And then for my Nichole Yvonne channel, I'm at 949 subscribers and 1,574 public watch time hours. I'm telling you, the last 100 subscribers has been the hardest by far. I am going to die on that hill. I believe it is the hardest to get. But anyways, that is all for this video. Thank y'all so much for sticking around, for sending us well wishes while we were sick, and just genuinely appreciating and following this journey. I love that we have this community where we can kind of bounce ideas off of each other, encourage each other, and I want to continue to post here and give you updates on my journey and also do things that will help you out. One of the videos that I was actually editing for you all, and I promise I'm going to post it, even though it's from like 3 weeks ago, was how I edit my videos. And yeah, I promise I'm going to put that video out for y'all. I've been saying that for a while, and I've really been procrastinating because I feel like there's probably a bunch of videos out there on editing that are way better than mine. And so it's, again, that mindset shift that I need to have, like, trust that what I have to say is valuable. But yeah, anyways, I am so grateful for you all. It feels like I've been gone for so long, even though it's been like a month. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.